Well, it's all gone wrong for Aston Martin. Here are the highlights from day 6 of F1 testing in Bahrain. It was a slow start to testing today for Aston Martin, who spent a lot of time in the garage. In fact, at the start of the day, the walls were up in front of the garage, which usually means the floor is off the car. Now, teams are very secretive about their floors. It's one of the only pieces of the car that they can hide from the other teams. So whatever was going on, it was a big issue, and it meant that Lance Stroll lost a lot of time on track. During the morning session, Honda, who produced the engines for Aston Martin this year, shared a statement online saying that there was a battery issue that caused the problem for Alonso on track during testing yesterday. And because of that and a lack of power unit parts, today Aston Martin would only be able to run short stints. When Lance Stroll did finally come out on track towards the end of the morning session, he didn't have a very good time. He ran wide a few times and then the red flags came out and that was the end. The afternoon session was also a bust. The team decided to wrap things up early, meaning Lance Stroll only did 6 laps today. The team have not had a very good time during testing, so it'll be interesting to see how they perform when we get to the first race in Australia in a few weeks' time. It was a similar story today for Cadillac, who spent a lot of time in the garage in the morning session, meaning Perez lost valuable time on track. Cadillac are another team that have had a lot of reliability issues during testing, so it's not been great for them. Potentially a cooling issue. Today they were spotted running an engine cover with more gaps in it to allow the engine to cool. McLaren were another team to lose time during testing today, with the car stuck in the garage for a bit during the morning session with the mechanics working on the rear of the car. Oscar was able to quickly get back out on track though and gather some more important data for the championship winning team. And during the practice start at the end of the morning session, he was also very quick off the line. During the afternoon session, Lando also lost time. The team spotted a potential issue with the car, so decided to make some changes before he went out on track. He was able to get some decent laps in though, and by the end of the day, he finished second overall. It was looking like a better week for Mercedes, but today during the morning session, Kimi Antonelli's car stopped on track. It was put down to a loss of pneumatic pressure, so the team had to change the power unit during the break, and therefore Kimi Antonelli did not get a lot of running during testing this morning. He has had a lot less time in the car during testing than his teammate George Russell, who ended up putting in some decent laps during the afternoon session. After Ferrari's new upside down wing caught a lot of attention yesterday, they were keen to state today that they have still got to complete a lot of tests before they can decide whether it is race ready. One thing you can guarantee though is that all of the teams will have been working overnight, crunching the data to work out if it's something worth developing for their own cars. It was another good day for Ferrari though, with Leclerc finishing top in the morning session and top overall at the end of the day. Williams continued to put lots of laps in today after missing the shakedown in Barcelona a few weeks ago. It's hard to say at the moment who is top of that midfield battle, but maybe it could be Williams. The drivers continued to get to grips with the new cars and the new tyres. A couple of drivers having a few squirrely moments today, Piastri and Hadjar amongst those. Even Max Verstappen had a wide moment whilst pushing during the afternoon session. Esteban Ocon was seen out on track testing the wet weather tyres in the desert. I know it doesn't seem like it makes any sense, but the teams do still need to gather data about how those tyres perform, especially because with the new active aero setups, when the conditions are wet, the drivers can only use the front wing, not the rear wing. So the teams need to gather data to understand how that impacts speed and performance. And if we look at the final leaderboard from the day, you can see that Charles Leclerc finished on top, Lando Norris second, Max Verstappen third, and the most laps of the day goes to Arvid Lindblad with 167. And then all the way at the other end of the table, it's Lance Stroll, who, as I mentioned previously, did not get a lot of running today, only completing 6 laps. And that's a roundup of everything that took place during day 6 of testing in Bahrain, and with that, testing now comes to a close. We will have to wait and see how the teams use this data on their cars when we go racing in Australia in a couple of weeks' time, and I for one am very excited to see what happens. I'll be covering all of it here and everything F1 on my channel The Benchmark, so make sure you subscribe, and thanks for watching.